Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're well. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your tarot card for the week of March 15th, 2026. It is a collective general reading. So as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else. And be sure to check out your other placements. If you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, Aquarius, keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming for the week ahead. The tarot card of the week reading is intended to give you a question or something that you should consider or ponder so you can make a decision that's best for your life at this time. With all of that said now, let's begin. Tapping into the Aquarius collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the tarot card of the week here for the Aquarius collective? For the week of, I was almost going to say February, for the week of March 15th, 2026. I almost did that in Capricorn's reading as well. Let's get you one more shuffle here. Thank you. Your tarot card of the week, Aquarius, is the Ace of Wands. What passionate new beginning is coming into your life? And at the bottom of the deck, you have Judgment. What is trying to get your attention? Okay. Why is the Ace of Wands the tarot card of the week here for the Aquarius collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the King of Wands. I was almost going to say Knight of Wands, King of Wands. We'll see if the Knight of Wands is relevant in this reading. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Hanged Man, you have the Hierophant, and you have the Ace of Swords. Oh my God, look how beautiful this is. And then you have the Sun card. So from the two decks combined, you have 3 of the 4 aces here on the table. What is this Ace of Pentacles? What is this Ace of Pentacles? Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. Clearly, this is a partnership-related reading with that Two of Cups, but we'll see with that Hierophant if that's in relation to like a community group, marriage, long-term committed partnership, or possibly career and finance. Tell me more about that Ace of Pentacles. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the King of Cups, the Moon, and the Five of Swords. You don't know if you want this. Two of Cups. Tell me about this partnership. One more shuffle here. Thank you. That's such an interesting message. This new beginning, this new opportunity, we'll just call it an opportunity. This new opportunity is something that you get very emotional when you think of it. So emotionally, you're being drawn towards the new beginning. Mentally, it's almost like it's giving you a headache. The idea of moving towards it is like giving you a headache. Starting to give me a headache now. Two of Cups is clarified by the Hermit, the Ace of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the Seven of Swords. You're emotionally, intuitively, and spiritually being called towards this new beginning. But the 5D pull is in contrast to your 3D. So let's say I'm speaking to an Aquarius and you are an accountant and you are feeling this call from within to open up a bakery. And you're like, well, I've always wanted to own a bakery. I've liked baking goods since I was 5 years old. But I'm an accountant. I'm a third-generation accounting family. This is the family firm. Intuitively, emotionally, spiritually, you're being called to that bakery. Open that bakery. Go work for that bakery. Start selling your goods at a farmer's market. You know, intuitively, you're being drawn to this new beginning, this new opportunity. But mentally, you're like, wow, this is in contrast. Like, how would I tell the family I don't want to be an accountant anymore? And suddenly I'm leaving this to sell, you know, banana bread at the farmer's market. So you're being called in this new direction. And it's in conflict to your 3D reality. I'm an Aquarius rising. That's a quite interesting message. King of Wands. Tell me about the King of Wands. So if you haven't seen my readings before, I always say the queens exist in the present. They're processing the past. They exist in the present because of their past. Whatever they have gone through in respect to their card suit. Kings take action. It's not male or female or masculine versus feminine or anything hierarchical in nature. Just the way I look at a card suit in tarot. So emotionally, there's a call within you. King of Cups move in this direction. There's the fire within you is being called. We are missing King of Swords, which is the logical mind being on board. Instead, you're making it a bit complicated, if you will, mentally speaking. And we don't have the King of Pentacles yet. So you're not really taking action yet, but you're feeling the passion and the intuitive call. Tell me about the King of Wands here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Ace of Wands again, the Six of Pentacles, and the Tower. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Pentacles. If you move towards this new beginning, it will change your life. If you go and tell the family that you don't want to be part of the family business of accounting anymore, because you're going to go open up your own bakery or start selling baked goods, yeah, it's going to rock your world. If you have been in a particular industry your whole life and suddenly now you want to change things up or go work on your own, sometimes the King of Wands could, is the entrepreneur of tarot. That's going to shake things up financially for you. It might even affect your home life if you share residence with someone. Suddenly you're going home, you're telling your roommate or your spouse that the one source of income that was so dependable is about to change because you want to go off on your own and start your own company. That would be a shakeup to your finances. When you start something off that is new, you can't really rely on the income. It's hit or miss. There's a learning curve here. The finances may take a while to trickle in. The other person may have to help a little bit more until you get this business off the ground. I could be speaking to an Aquarius where you're out of work and you're contemplating getting a new job. You're feeling intuitively led. You want to feel passionate, inspired about work. You don't want to sit in retirement anymore or semi-retirement. You're feeling called in a new direction. But Five of Swords, you're like, well, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where I should apply. So there's a conflict here in the Aquarius collective. Look, I could even be speaking to an Aquarius. I don't pull any punches in these readings. I'd be speaking to an Aquarius and Aquarius placement. You're in a long-term committed partnership and you don't want to be there anymore. And I don't think it has anything to do with that person. I'm not here to make the cross watcher feel bad. But you're feeling drawn both in passion and fire as well as emotionally in the direction of someone else, whether you know them or not. Your soul knows them. Your soul knows they're out there. But it requires you then to walk away from this. Tell me about that Hierophant. What is that Hierophant? So there is a passionate new beginning. It's trying to come in. Relocation, new job, setting up your own business, getting back into the workforce if you're retired, possibly leaving a long-term committed partnership for a new one. But your heart and your passion is in contrast to your logical mind as well as your pentacle resources. Tell me more about that Hierophant. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Hierophant is clarified by the Five of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. Bottom of the deck is the Empress. Can we be frank? You don't want to be in that anymore. In fact, the Hangman talks about looking at something from another perspective because we may have to sacrifice it or let it go. That actually is the original intention of the card. It's seeing something from another perspective and asking yourself, does this still serve me? This mindset, this relationship, this connection, the path that I'm on, does it serve me? If it doesn't serve me, then I may need to sacrifice it and let it go so I can move towards something that will fulfill me, that does serve me. That's your Ace of Swords moment. So if we're being frank, it's just you and I here. Five of Cups, the Three of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. You've already decided that it's only a matter of time until you walk away from this. And you're not doing it gleefully. You're not happy to leave the family business. You're not happy to leave retirement. You're not even happy to leave this person or this community group that you're involved in. But you're looking forward to the day when you can do that, and you feel you will be able to do it at the divine destined time of your choosing. Empress to the Six of Swords to Justice. You feel it's the just, right, fair thing for you to do is to move forward. What is trying to get your attention is judgment. When? When are you going to do this, Aquarius? When are you going to start looking at new houses? When are you going to start looking for a new job or a job? When are you going to start looking at all of the, data or information you need to acquire to launch that business? Your real question here is when? When are you going to leave this person? What passionate new beginning is coming into your life? This one. It's here. It's knocking. The only thing we don't have is the Ace of Swords. But it's coming. So I think what's trying to get your attention is Swords is asking you, when? When are you going to do this? Because energetically, you already know you're moving away from this. Anything else Aquarius needs to know? And then we'll grab you 3 cards of advice. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Anything else you need to know The High Priestess, the Magician, and the Lovers. Bottom of the deck, Two of Wands. Your higher self is already calling you in this direction. That's why you're feeling the call. That's why you're feeling the pull. And that's why you feel so conflicted, because your logical mind is saying, nope, I said I was going to retire and I'm going to retire. Nope, I said I was going to be an accountant, so I'm an accountant. I said I do, so I'm going to say I do. I can't say I won't. I can't say I don't. That's your logical mind. Your logical mind is saying, I made a promise, or I took an oath, or I said I was going to do blank, and therefore I must do blank. High Priestess to the Strength card. But your intuition is saying you need some courage and strength to walk away from that and to move towards the new beginning. You're about to be hit with a aha epiphany moment. That when is now. I'm not telling you that. I'm just telling you what's in the cards here. Future planning, the Devil, and the Ten of Cups. And right behind that, we have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, the only thing that's getting in the way here is the Devil. Doubts, fears, insecurities, attachment. What will the neighbors say? What will my job say? What will people say? What will this person say? Considering we have no pentacles, maybe you're staying in that connection for financial resources. That could be a toxic attachment as well. Okay, 3 cards of advice here for the Aquarius collective. 3 cards of advice here. Don't take it. Don't take it. 3 cards of advice here. I want to get you 2 sets. 3 cards of advice for this, the new beginning. 3 cards of advice how to deal with this, or when to move forward on this. Because energetically, you're already calling in the news. Some of you already have it. You just haven't fully committed to it. 3 cards here about the new opportunity. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The new opportunity. Temperance. King of Wands again. And the Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. It's only a matter of time until you get hit with this epiphany that that's the direction you want to go in. But in terms of advice, when it hits you, you're going to want to take action on it right away. You'll wake up one day and be like, oh my God, I need to open up the bakery today. So you're moving towards this new beginning, whether you realize it or not. And I think what your advice here is, let's not do it haphazardly. Let's not rush into this. Let's make sure we plan ahead of time so we can move towards it in a balanced way. Sagittarius energy there, and that temperance energy is a fire sign, but it's a quiet fire. We don't have to rush head first. You know what I mean? We don't have to dive head first into the deep end here, because once you have that aha epiphany moment, the Knight of Swords holds the Ace of Swords. You're going to be like, I want to do this now. I want to file for divorce now. I want to list the house up for sale now. I want to start baking bread now, like whatever this is for you. So your advice is we can ease into this slowly. And that's your advice. You already know you're moving in this direction. So start creating that plan. 3 cards of advice here for breaking away for this. I'm going to just see this as tradition, or a promise or vow that you kept, you gave, or you tried to keep in some moment, at some point in time. Tell me about this. No, don't take it. We'll look at it. 6 of Wands. Tell me more about this. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the 2 of Pentacles. You have the Tower. And you have the 8 of Swords. Bottom of the deck is the Hangman. Again, the moment you realize it, oh my God, I'm staying attached to this for all the wrong reasons, you're going to immediately want to get away from it. It's what am I doing? It's the feeling here of, oh my God, I wasted so much time. I could be at another job. I could have that damn bakery open. I could be with this other person. I could be single. This is a very freeing energy here. And you're going to want to act on it quick. Sometimes the 2 of Pentacles talks about prioritization, because you're juggling 2 things, or you're juggling 2 concepts or 2 ideas. And suddenly you want to drop those pentacles and move. The Tower's going to blow this up, the whole juggling thing that you're doing. I shouldn't, I don't know. Do I stay? Do I go? The Tower's going to make you prioritize releasing yourself from this. The moment you see it from another perspective, there's that King of Pentacles. You're going to now want to invest in the new. So your tarot card for the week is what passionate new beginnings is coming into your life. This one, what needs to leave. This one, you're about to be hit with a Tower moment here. Usually I see that as imminent. And I think that's why it's your time now to create the path or the plan towards the new. because you can't just wake up one day out of the blue and say, today I'm going to start baking bread. You still have bills to pay. You can't abruptly quit the job. You know what I mean? You have the 10 of Cups and you have the Strength card. I don't know why they flew out of the deck. I did not set an intention yet, but I guess, yes, it will take some courage, strength, and perseverance for you to move towards something that appears here is in harmony with you, in alignment with you, and provides you with more happiness and emotional security. For the 10 of Cups, their king is the King of Cups. So yeah, you're being led by your heart as well as your intuition in this direction, but only intuitively and emotionally. It's going to take some chutzpah on your part to actually move towards it in the 3D, like physically. Can I get timing for when the Tower here happens for Aquarius? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Not every card in Tarot's timing, but let's see what we get. The Emperor, Aries season. We are about a week away. So, yeah, when I say quick, this is coming in quick. 7 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which is 7 days for me. Wands are days. So within Aries season, this aha epiphany moment is going to happen. You're going to want to move towards the new. That is what I have for you. So I would say to use this, if this is your message, this is the week to start creating the path or the plan towards the new. So everything is not all erratic. When one day you wake up and you just decide to move towards it, at least you'll have something stable and sensible in place that you can follow. That is what I have for you, my dear. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, Aquarius, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.